Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? How are you doing? Y'all see we have our beautiful special guest with us tonight, Miss B Stokes Styling. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing well. I cannot complain.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. And I think my earphones are finally connecting. So y'all have to always wait until we play the intro music or else I'm not going to be able to hear anything. Okay, so how do you feel, Miss B Stokes, about saying some hellos to everybody, all the ladies in the house, all the people in the house before we get started? Is that okay with you?
Yes. Hello, party people.
Okay.
I'm glad to be over here with y'all and to discuss this boycott, this Bravo drama.
So much Bravo drama.
It's always something with Bravo, I swear.
It is. You're right about that. Okay, so let's just take a few moments and say some hellos to all the people. Before we ever get here, we always have Lady B. How are you doing, Lady B, tonight? Let's see here. We have Nikki Pooh. Nikki Pooh's in the house. How you doing?
I saw Nikki Pooh was waiting. Nikki Pooh was waiting at the door.
I love it. I love it. Makes me feel important. Let's see here. And y'all let me know how we're sounding because my headphones are not connecting just yet. I don't know why. Let me, well, I'll work on that in just a little bit. Let me go on and say my hellos. And let's see here. Oh, we got B Stokes Styling in the house. Oh, what? We're happy to have you here tonight. Thank you for coming. Let's see here. We got Michelina San Diego in the house. How are you doing? You and your kittens. Let's see here. And we got Owen Gozika in the house. You're loving the intro. Thank you. That's what always has my headphones so messed up. I'm turning them on and off, and yeah, still nothing, but that's okay. We'll work on it. I'd rather have them off at the beginning than to turn them on and then to lose sound. So I'll get it figured out before we get too much further into this. Let's see here. Who else is in the house? We have, okay, and tell me if I'm saying your name correctly. I always say Bulat. You're my newest moderator, and thank you for stepping in when I needed you in that live stream. But let me know if I'm mispronouncing your name, because I will feel terrible if I am. Let's see here. We got Triple Nickel. I haven't seen you in forever, man. How are you doing? Nice to see you. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much. Let's see here. And yes, two beautiful ladies. That's right, Triple Nickel.
Oh.
That's right. Your eyes are not deceiving me. Okay, I'm saying the name correctly. Okay, good. Okay, so you guys, you ladies, we are here to talk about this. And ladies, and we have, I know, at least a couple of gentlemen in the house. The idea of a boycott, right? The idea of a Bravo boycott. And this can go so many ways, you guys. Is it, like we said, is it boycotting Andy that we need to look at? Andy only? Or is it just asking, that boycott keeps Andy away from, speaking of keep away, you go get in your bed, because I just gave you a treat and you need to go lay down. Crazy girl. Go to your bed. Sorry. All right. Okay. Do we need to ask Andy, Bravo Andy, to stay away from Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Potomac, and Married to Medicine? What is it that we need to do? What else could a boycott look like? I mean, do we shut down the whole network? What do we have to do? Hi there, Nika and Larry. How are y'all doing? Stokes Styling. Give me your initial thoughts on this while I see if I can get these headphones going.
Well, it is a lot, and look, as soon as I say it, somebody always calls as soon as I get online. It's a lot of different components to it. Because when we first started talking about Boycott Bravo, when I first started hearing about Boycott Bravo, it was because of Mariah Huq and her issues with Married to Medicine. From there, and I think right around that time is when things started happening with the Black Lives Movement, and then things started surfacing about old Bravo stars such as Stassi Schroeder and Kristen Doty is her name from Vanderpump Rules, and a few others from that show. Things came out about them saying racist things, racist tweets, discriminatory actions. So then people were calling for boycott because of that. They subsequently got fired. Then it started kind of resurging again because of Nene and her issues, and that's kind of coincided with Andy. So with so many different problematic things that are happening, and like when I first started coming in, like recently talking about it, I was more so thinking strictly about Nene calling for it. But when I start thinking about some of the other things that have been happening within this year, it does make me question. It does make me question the network and their motives and how they are treating these kind of sensitive racial issues, especially in this climate. So it's a lot to unpack.
It is, and I'm glad that I have you on as a co-host, especially because you're familiar with the other shows that I didn't mention. And first, thank you, Michelina Santiago, for San Diego, for joining my membership. I appreciate that. So just so you know, Michelina, Monday nights, those are the nights that I do the content for you all. I didn't see which level you. Okay, you joined the Dogmatic Duchess. Okay, so yeah, you get your streams on Monday nights, and there's some other perks that you get. Just be watching the community tab for the members, and you'll see what you have going on there. For the members, you all have some streams coming up. We'll talk about toxic masculinity in depth, and we are going to have an interview about lesbianism and the ins and outs of lesbianism. We'll talk about that for the upcoming members live streams, and you get the opportunity to tell me the content that you want in there. Okay, and the reason that I was saying Stokes Styling, that I'm glad that you're here, and you all let me know if the echo is just horrible, because I am not able to get my headphones paired now with my computer. I don't know why. Have never had this as an issue until tonight. So y'all let me know if it's just like we can't hear you, because if I can just take these out of my ear and go through the whole stream, I will. But if I need to get them together, then I will do that as well. But so you watch, what are the Bravo shows that you watch, B Stokes? And I'm saying that I'm glad that you're here because I only watch the shows that have Black women on them. I've never watched, Real Housewives of anything other than, Atlanta and Potomac. Yeah, and I even had a hard time warming up to Potomac at first. And so let me know, like, which are the shows that you're familiar with?
I don't do a whole lot of them. I do Atlanta and Potomac and Beverly Hills, and I'm not like a professional or whatever, like a historian of Beverly Hills, because I've only been watching that for maybe about the last 3 seasons. So I'm told that my opinions are kind of skewed because of when I started, and some,
Okay.
And I watch Vanderpump Rules. And I watch Vanderpump Rules because I love me some Lisa Vanderpump from Beverly Hills. So I watch Vanderpump Rules as well. What else is on Bravo? I think that's it. And Southern Charm, not the Charleston one because I can't. The one that they had in New Orleans, but I don't even think that's on anymore.
Okay. Okay, so then do all of those shows that you mentioned, do they have reunions at the end of their shows, at the end of their seasons?
All of them except for Southern Charm.
Okay, so then you are, I guess, and anybody who's watching, who's able to compare what we saw, in this last Potomac reunion to other shows reunions, have you felt similar tones in reunions before? Because a lot of people are saying they've never heard Andy talk to cast members the way that he talks to Monique and even addressing Karen at times. Is this a new Andy, or are we just not familiar with it because we don't watch other shows?
I think that it's kind of like well, Andy's always been on all the reunions. I think that, for instance, specifically with Vanderpump, he is letting with Vanderpump Rules, their reunion. There has been physical altercations on that show, and they weren't handled to the extent that they were handled at Potomac. They weren't addressed by him as they were addressed with Potomac. In Potomac, we definitely saw a major bias versus in the other show. Stassi was one person who got kind of physical, and she was considered to be like the queen bee of that show. And he didn't.
What did she do to get physical? I'm sorry, it's not familiar.
Honey, Stassi's so crazy, child. She done slapped somebody. she slapped Kristen, I believe, as a matter of fact.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So, but she was not held. Now she did after. I don't think it was that season. It maybe have been a season or 2 had passed, and then she had like a season break, and then she came back. But as far as I remember, she wasn't held to the fire as much as Monique was in this past reunion. Also, I can't speak on him questioning people's salaries because the show Vanderpump Rules is following waiters and bartenders. So we already know that they're waiters and bartenders. They're not going to have an extensive amount of money. Right. But as far as on Beverly Hills, I haven't heard anything being questioned about Beverly Hills finances. And even one of the wives has been going through some legal issues. We don't really hear him questioning anything about that. And I don't think that would fly.
What kind of legal issues do you know?
So Erica Girardi or Erica Jane, currently her and her husband are kind of like in some type, and apparently this has been going on since 2018, but they are in some kind of legal battle with fraud or maybe like embezzlement of funds. Their funds have been placed on hold. But now the whole part just happened. It's happening as we speak. So it will be, and they're filming now. So we'll see. We'll see if it's addressed in this new season.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, that's all news to me. Let's see here. Hi there, Walter. I don't watch anything in Bravo, so this is easy for me. Well, thanks for coming in. Hi, the missing piece in Isaac. Okay, so Okay, so what are your thoughts on you personally? Would you ever consider boycotting Bravo because of anything that you've seen on happen on Bravo? Or are there things that you would do, like maybe pull back, or would you write the network and request X, Y, or Z? Like, we don't want, can we get another host for Potomac reunions? Is there anything that you would want to see change on the network, or if things were to go through, you know, as they have been, business as usual, would you keep watching the network without any problems?
Um, this is what I mean when I say it's very nuanced, because I would like to see someone else come in hosting the reunions, at least for the black shows. Um, just because, in all honesty, and it has nothing to do with. It just seems like Andy doesn't watch them. It just seems like he doesn't know what's going on, and so I would want someone who's actually invested to be included in that. Would that stop me from watching the shows? I'm gonna be honest with you, it ain't gonna stop me from watching them. you know.
Okay.
Um, as far as the issues that Mariah is having, now that would be something that I would be willing to like write the network about, because to me that those are two different issues. The issue with Andy and his comments are separate from the issues that Mariah is having with NBC Universal, and to me that is a bigger issue than Andy and his little yang over there.
Okay, so I see Larry saying quick synopsis. Okay, so Larry, we've been talking about Real Housewives of Potomac all season of the show, and it just went off. So the reunion aired 2 weeks ago, if I'm correct, right? Okay, and so we all saw some things that, or most of us saw some things that we had not seen before, at least to the extent that we saw. So the host of the show, Andy Cohen, Bravo Andy, as some people call him, he questioned the cast members. It's a cast full of black women. One is biracial, black and white, but a cast full of black women, about the checks that they get now from Bravo. Has the money that they're earning now from the show, has that changed the dynamics in their household, because now they're earning money, and they're used to their husbands being the breadwinners. And so a lot of the women who have been watching the reviews, a lot of the people who've been watching the reviews, they do watch other shows, and they say that Andy, who is a rich white Jewish gay man, has never asked other white women about their pockets, other white cast members about their money. Go ahead, B. Stokes.
I do want to just play devil's advocate with that particular point, because the question did happen after we were talking about Karen and the dynamic shift that happened in Karen's marriage, because she was able to bail her husband out. So while I don't believe that Andy has ever asked any other wife that type of question, I don't think that I said this before, I don't think that it was a racial thing. You get what I'm saying? I think it was just a follow-up question based on the scenario. But in our climate, microaggressions, we take it very seriously now.
Right. And it could, because there's racism, there's classism. It could have been a bit of that. It could have just been Andy's ignorance. So, but I can't say that he is racist. I won't say that he is not. It could be that he is. It could be that he is not. It could be that he's just completely tone deaf and ignorant. Hi, you not ready 365. How are you doing? And so, yeah, it could be a lot of things. And I do agree, B-Stokes, and I'm glad that you said that this, I believe, if we're going to approach it in a mature way, is a really nuanced discussion. It's not just, for lack of a better phrase, or no pun intended, black and white. I think that there is some gray area, there. And so we have that as a situation. And then also this season, we had two cast members get into a physical altercation. And we get coming in from a commercial break, Andy Cohen with a disclaimer that the Bravo network does not condone violence in any manner. Now, this is not by far the first time that there has been violence on any Bravo show, but this was the first time that I know I can recall seeing a disclaimer of such. And for the most part, everyone who has been with me during these reviews, for the first time that they have heard such a disclaimer. And that's, with the whether the cast members are predominantly Black or not, we've never heard this.
And again, though, I think the reason they did that specifically is because of the climate that we're in this season. I had this same fight happened maybe 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Bravo will probably be getting praise for getting more ratings,
Mm-hmm.
but I think we're in a very sensitive social climate. And so they're trying, I think that they're kind of over course correcting in a sense.
Yeah. Let's see. And then also, one of the other things that we had, and this, I'm just kind of breaking some things down for Larry. The other thing that we had was some cast members trying to bring a nasty rumor, which proved to not be true, a lie to the show about one of the other cast members saying that the child that she and her husband just had was not her husband's child. And so apparently we don't know, because of editing, we don't know exactly how much time was spent on a topic. We don't know what was said. We don't know what was taken out, what was left, out or whatever. But so of course, it's the Housewives of Potomac. So the husbands are only a small part of the show for those who are even married. So when it was time for the husbands' significant others to come out and have their, they always get a small segment during the reunion. The husband of the wife who had the rumor spread about her, and who, he just wanted to get some clarification, who was trying to bring this rumor about my child. And so then we get basically Andy, the host, dismissing him. We've already discussed this, and pretty much brushing him off. And we, collectively, for the most part, felt a way about that. So these are the things that we're kind of looking at. And, was this reunion just too problematic? Was it more problematic than any other reunion that we've ever seen? Probably so. And I would say for me, it wasn't even really regarding the housewives themselves. I didn't like how Chris Samuels was dealt with. He's not a housewife by far. And I didn't, we get his wife saying that, this check doesn't really, this little bitty check, this doesn't do anything for me. And then Andy questioning now the money that he makes. Well, he doesn't make money like that anymore, right? Well, yes, he was an NFL player. He is a former NFL player, but he invested well. He has an investment portfolio that's performing very well. Believe it or not, some Black men who earn a living, with a ball in their hands know how to do other things. So that there was something there. And I don't know what to call that. Did it feel racist? In the moment it did. But what do we call that?
It was gaslighting. That was the issue for me throughout this. It was playing on our intelligence all the way around. Whether it was Andy, like I said, when he asked the question specifically about if their check has changed the dynamic in the family, I don't think that was an out of bounds question. Now, pushing back on Monique about what her husband makes, now that was, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
And I thought we weren't supposed to, as far as Giselle with the security, that to me was a lot, because that's trying to put on to, I know we're not on that, but I'm just saying that was trying to paint Chris as this angry Black uncontrollable man, and then she went on to express that to her ex-husband / whatever he is.
Right. And so again, this is just giving Larry and Walter context, because they are here, they're joining us, and they don't really know what has happened. So again, the same couple who had the rumor spread about them. Chris Samuels, who's y'all might know him, ex-NFL player for the Washington Redskins. He still has a lot of size to him. He's not as big as he was when from his NFL days, but he's not a small man. He's never going to be a small man, and he's always been. Huh?
I said even the baby ain't small.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's always been very respectful to the women, even when they've been disrespectful to him and to his wife. And even in my opinion, he was respectful that night. He was, yeah, a little bit more forceful in his tone than usual. But yeah, who was saying things about my son? And so we have the cast member who was starting the rumor, who was trying to bring the rumor to the TV. She's got security there. We've never had this as an issue before. We've never had a cast member bring security to any reunion. And so that's why B. Stokes is saying that it appears that, yeah, they're trying to paint the narrative of the big angry black man. He's just going to be so uncontrollable in his rage. And Chris has never displayed that in all of his seasons, on the show. I would have felt less insulted if she was going to say that her security was there for Monique. Right. We've seen, Monique, lose it, but we've never seen, and we never will see Chris. We right. never will see Chris get out of character like that. So now we have some people saying, okay, I'm not going to watch the show anymore because I didn't like how Monique was treated. But we always kind of have that toward the end of a season. If whoever your team so-and-so, I didn't like how things went for her at the reunion or on the finale or whatever, but then the ratings are still pretty good the next season. And the same people who said they weren't going to watch the next season, they are watching. And then, we have people saying, well, I'm still going to watch, regardless, I don't care. And then we have Nene Leakes coming up with her, notion to boycott Bravo. What do you think about Nene telling everyone to boycott the Bravo network?
Okay, here's my thing. Because I don't feel like Nene has a leg to stand on. I don't. I think she got phased out, just like a lot of the older wives, older Real Housewives from various franchises have gotten phased out. If you I think that her issue is, and this is why it just seems opportunistic to me, it's because you had absolutely nothing to say until you got a bad contract and you didn't, you weren't able to negotiate what you wanted. Now you have all this smoke for Bravo. It's disingenuous. You know what I'm saying? Like and that's why I hate that she joined this boycott Bravo thing, because she's making it about her when it's not about her.
Yeah. That's how I feel. If this were about, Mariah coming and saying, hey, this network stole a show idea from me, I could be 100% behind it. Nene, on the other hand, like you said, I do believe that this is purely a selfish move on her part. And all the things that she's mentioning, the reasons that Bravo needs to be boycotted, these are all things that were going on while she was the queen of Real Housewives of Atlanta and had Andy's ear and would campaign to get other castmates off of the show. And so it's like, now you can't turn around and tell us, how toxic the network is when you were participating in it, when you were benefiting from it, then it was okay. The same things were going on when you were making the $2 million a season that you wanted to earn. But now that you can't get the money that you believe you're worth for stealing Black gay men's culture and speak, now that you can't get what you think that you're worth for doing that, we should all just not be watching this network. That's what I see. Oh, boom. I wasn't ready.
I'm just saying, you said the word.
I wasn't ready for it. I need one of those. Oh gosh, yeah, caught me totally off guard with that. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel, though. Like now, like, oh yeah, don't watch this. Let me tell you what they was doing. Oh, okay. You mean like the whole last 12 years you were on there? Like for the last, dozen years you were on there, all this was happening? Girl,
And
where was your fire then?
so what are all of her grievances? Because I know what Mariah's grievances are. It's still a little murky for me for Nene's grievances.
It's going to be murky. I mean, the bottom line is, I think that we're all, and it's murky because we're seeing through Nene's ass like glass. We all see. I don't think there's. I mean, okay, just for the fun of it all, type Team Nene if you are on Nene's side about this boycott, and just type fake if you think that Nene is full of it and that this boycott has everything to do with the fact that she did not get the contract that she wanted, and if she would have gotten the offer that she wanted, that she'd still be on there being a clown this season on Real Housewives of Atlanta with the rest of the boring girls. Let me know what you all think about that.
I want to see this. I want to see this.
Yeah, I see Nikki Pooh coming through with a fake, Bulat fake, Ngazika fake. Yeah, I don't think that anybody thinks that Nene is being genuine right now. Oh, well, one of her grievances, I do remember, she said that Andy stole the idea for Watch What Happens Live from her. Nika 007 says fake. Walter says she's fake like her breast. Whoa, well then that's like triple times fake, because Nene worked on for quite some time and almost has it right. But anyway, I want to think that yeah, I don't see this coming from any place of sincerity. I don't think that Nene is, all, team fight the power. She is not the Rosa Parks of the Bravo Network. She's not the Harriet Tubman of the Bravo Network. This is about Nene.
That is part of the issue too. When I looked at, because I was trying to find everything that she said, and something when I looked at the actual boycott, the change.org boycott. Let me see I'm gonna see if I can find the actual word, because it had actually It said Nene has cleared a path for reality stars to segue into the acting world and have actors and musicians flock to the reality world.
Yeah, she's clear.
What does that have to do?
She's a trailblazer.
What does that have to do with us boycotting Bravo, though?
Nothing. And she's has she really cleared the way for actors to be able to do that? Has she?
Let's see. Cleared a path for reality stars to segue into the acting world. She was on Glee.
Yeah.
Strictly,
and the new normal.
And the new normal show that got canceled. Wasn't she on Glee playing herself? Or playing
from what I hear, I never watched.
I didn't watch it, but from what I heard, it was like she was playing herself.
That's what I've heard. And then she went on Cinderella on Broadway and was trying to play herself there. And I only saw that because that was on the show, and the directors were like, "No, just say the line the way that like it's written," because she was wanting to do all the Cinderella,
I don't think that would be like for you to say, segue into the acting world and do it. That means you would have I can't even think of a reality star off the top of my head right now who I would consider to be like the blueprint for that, but you're not it. You get what I'm saying?
If there even is one, it's not Nene. That's all I know. So like Candy was able to get on Broadway because Nene went on Cinderella. Like, is that what we're supposed to think? Even though Candy had quite the singing career before she ever came on Bravo, is that what we're supposed to think?
I think that Nene just as far as this goes, she got to be a kid. You segued into the acting world. You got your Trump check. You fixed your teeth. It ain't cheap, and now you want some praise for it, and you feel like you should be the queen of Bravo because of it. And that's just not how the real world works. You were here, you were hot for a moment. Everybody has their 15 minutes. Yours lasted 12 years.
Yeah. Should have darn good run.
Yeah.
Darn good run. And she's like won't just leave gracefully. She's kicking and screaming. and
That's
just
like
making
that's like
herself look like,
the guy in the White House. Like just
yeah,
bow out.
yeah, yeah. But grace is not Nene's strong suit, though, is it? Um, so yeah, Furious Citizen says she was playing herself on there. That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, and I kind of do feel like she's a one note person. Like, what she gets, I feel like she's sneaking around corners, hiding behind trees, looking to see what gay men are doing in Atlanta and what they're saying. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna sound good on TV. All right, honey. And then she goes and gets on somebody's camera and does it or says it, and that's Nene. I don't even know if she really truly has her own personality. But
And
that's
I
what
think
she gives me.
and I think too, who was it saying? Nikki Pooh said that it would have lasted longer if she didn't get the big head. I think that was honestly the issue. And on top of that, so you get the big head, now you become a little bit more difficult to work with. Allegedly, we didn't work with her, so I can't say, but I know that it seems that she became difficult to work with. She also gotten physical and broken the fourth wall with producer and also or cameraman. And also you were paid caps and salary. But in the last 3 seasons, you did not bring anything. And this is not her own testimony, but you didn't bring a lot to the show. So if we're trying to cut down some costs, and you're paying you the most, and you're not bringing the most.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that, like, towards the end, I say Nene's last 3 seasons, she was just absent at the reunions. Like, you can start stir up a lot of mess, during the season, and that's what the reunion is about. It's time for you to be held accountable for everything, and either she sits there in silence, rolling her eyes, or else, like, this her last reunion, slamming the computer down on top
Yeah,
of her
yeah.
reads that she was rehearsing, and they
Then Nikki
still
Pooh
didn't
said she
land.
bought. Nikki Pooh said she bought them.
Yeah, yeah. I see Nikki Poo says she bought her wreath. Yeah, and I do think that there was one time when she was quick on her feet and could just come up with something. But yeah, she lost it. She
Because
lost it.
and my thing with Nene is and like you're saying about the last 3 seasons, the thing is I feel like she didn't want to be there. But it's one of those you don't show up, you don't want to be here. You claim that this work environment is toxic, but you don't want to leave. Make it make sense. Like you should
Right.
want to leave.
You have no other options. You tried to make yourself seem like you were that girl and Hollywood was calling for you, when you did get those couple little roles on, whatever the new normal and Glee. And so you were leaving the girls behind in Atlanta, oh, well, Hollywood's calling, girls, I gotta go. And so now you're kicking and screaming to get back in because Hollywood doesn't want you like that. There's only so much Nene that any show can take. Okay. And so, yeah, so you have to go where your check is. That's your bread and butter. Um,
And
I mean,
and I don't if the movement for boycott Bravo was supposed to be based strictly on Nene's grievances or her act calling out or her call to action, I would go turn on Bravo right now because
yeah, I would leave it running 24/7 on one of my just because, like, no, I don't even watch these shows, but my dogs will be watching them when I'm gone from home. Like, it's gonna be on,
the dog gonna be
right?
below deck. The dog gonna be below deck and they're all over the place. New York,
Yeah.
Dallas.
Yeah. I'm gonna know about everything. I'm gonna be reviewing shows on YouTube 24/7. But no, like, you're not the person to rally behind. But Mariah, on the other hand, and I don't want for Mariah to, and I think she seems smart enough to not allow a Nene to attach herself to what's going on with her, and that's a legitimate grief. Like, that's a legitimate grievance. She brought the idea, she brought the show. And see, okay, and here's another difference in Nene. So Nene says that she brought the idea of reunion shows and watch what happens live to Andy. And I almost feel like it's been done in casual conversation. Did Nene, did you have some paperwork? did you have some things like, hey, this is my idea, I'm submitting this formally to the network for blah blah, and then they just, yeah, this is great, thanks, fool, and we're not going to pay you, and like then all of a sudden one day you say, what, that's my show,
Right.
you know? So like,
Right.
was it that, or was it just a little casual conversation that you had, kind of like the video that I did, y'all, on oh god, the man, Norman Lear and Eric Monte, the writer. So he was able to sue him for his work that he did on Good Times, and creating that show. He was a creator. Him along with Mike Evans created that show, but he kind of just pitched ideas to Norman Lear about Sanford and Son, and about and what's happening. He pitched to the other producer, but he just kind of threw some things out there, and they took it, they ran with it. And so, you know, this just comes back to Black people, and anyone, but I'm saying Black people because we're talking about Black people right now. You gotta have your paperwork together when you're coming and presenting something to someone that is a potential gold mine. You know, you gotta do it, and Mariah did.
And that's like, did you watch Ma Rainey's Black Bottom on Netflix?
No, I haven't watched it yet. I will, but I haven't.
Well,
Hi, Theria.
I don't want to, mess it up for y'all, but what I will say is at the end of the day, you have to have your paperwork in order. You can't just give your intellectual property to anyone or say it to anyone and then think that they're not going to pounce on it. Again, the same thing happened with Nene and Lisa Vanderpump, allegedly. She told Lisa Vanderpump about the idea to open up a restaurant in Hollywood, West Hollywood, somewhere over there. I don't know. LA, but in LA. And, she claimed to, had picked out a place and everything and told that to Lisa Vanderpump in a conversation. And Lisa Vanderpump went and bought the building and opened up the restaurant. You can't just, you can't give your, your intellectual property out without proper paperwork. And that is definitely the major difference between Nene and Mariah, because if that were the case, if she had some paperwork, then she could do what Mariah is doing and sue.
Right.
We've all heard, Lil Wayne said real G's move in silence, So
Lil Wayne
said real G's move in silence like lasagna. So
I guess another what, good message, wrong messenger type of Nene and Lil Wayne are over 2 tonight on this channel.
but that's realistic though. I can't sit up here and be mad at Andy for the show Watch What Happens Live. It could have just simply been you having. I've had conversations with my boss at and I'm like, this is something that we should do. This is something that you should do. You get what I'm saying? Because it would better our work situation. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And so let's say that Mariah sends out a call and she wants everyone to boycott Bravo. Would you all be willing to boycott Bravo if Mariah were asking you to? Which I don't think she's going to do. I think that because she does have her ducks in a row, Mariah's going to get her coin and she's going to be done with it. But if she were to ask, y'all, look, they done me bad. I did the right things, blah, blah. Would you all consider boycotting Bravo if Mariah says, please?
Oh, am I supposed to answer?
Okay, see, Bullock says that she would boycott Married to Medicine.
I'm cool with that.
Nikki says I need to see the paperwork. But yeah, and that's honest. Like I said, I would watch the shows on some bootleg network because now it's making me a little bit of money, and I do understand, the concept of looking out for number one. These girls, at the end of the day, this is not like women who work at Ford Motor Company, in the manufacturing room, and they're not going to be able to feed their kids without this job. these are women who have made a few million over the years. And so it's not like they're standing in the welfare line once they get kicked off of Bravo. If they are, then they were very foolish with their money. So I don't have the same amount of sympathy, for these women, who've been done wrong. And then they're married well. Most of them, have married well. And so, I mean, they'll be fine. I'm not worried about them, having, cardboard signs on street corners, begging for food because they are not getting these Bravo checks anymore. And so it's not quite the same thing, but yeah, that there is just a thing where we all look out for number one, and I freely admit that that's my politics. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a person who believes in making some money so that you don't have to worry about the government doing for you, because you're going to be ultimately screwed if you're waiting on anybody to do something for you. And so, I'm going to look out for me. But like I said, I can find bootleg sites where I can go and watch any of these shows. And so if it means that the network doesn't get something, then yeah, I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that.
It's like boycotting Bravo since 2017, then technically. We gonna be technical.
Wow.
Okay. Be a part of the movement. You didn't even know it.
Look at you fighting the power subconsciously. But no, that's what I do with power, because I don't like how 50 Cent talks about Black women, and so I'm not going to support them financially. I don't like how Courtney Kemp casts Black women on the show. I literally hate watch Power, and there's nothing about the show that I like. I do like the actor who plays Tariq. Michael St. Rainey, whatever his name is, Michael Rainey Jr. I like him, but there's nothing that I like about how Black women are portrayed on Power. There's nothing that I like about Courtney Kemp or 50 Cent. And so, but my ex-fiance got me into the show, and he would get mad because I would tell him how stupid it was and how, okay, you realize this has all happened within a year, right? And now the youngest daughter is older than the mother. And
let us live in our reality. Let us live in our reality. Our reality.
So I'm so now that he's not here for me to tell those things to, I will continue to hate watch the show, but I'm not going to pay for stars to do it, And so, but yeah, I'm not gonna pay though. 50 Cent is on podcast with Lil Wayne talking about how white women just got it going on. They're so exotic, and the sisters in the hood, blah blah. Okay, so I'm supposed to pay even a dime, even if you only get a dime from me. No, I work too hard for my money, so I'm going to find one of these bootleg sites is out there. And that's where I'll be watching Power and talking shit about it. And I'll, do that.
About Power. I haven't been fighting the Power. Can't say anything about Power. I'm gonna just put my head down and be like, I know, I need to do better.
Look, if you can make a coin off of it and not let them make a coin off of you, then it's all good, But and I go to I watch people who review the show. But I'm not going to contribute, to their financial succase,
Well, watch my review then. Just watch my review. You ain't even got to watch the show. You can watch my review. You'll get all the hot points.
Wait, are you? You're not paying to watch the show, though, are you? You pay for stars. Because see, then I can't support your review. I can support your. No, ma'am. No, I'll support your Housewives reviews. I did see you review Power, and that was, look, I support people who review the show. That's fine. But wait, hold up. What? Somebody said. Nika said, yeah. Oh, and those exotics taken into the bank. Dr. Dre and Clarice. What? He didn't have an exotic. He had a beautiful Black queen, girl. What are you talking about? Clarice is such a fool. Oh gosh.
Clarice is funny. It's funny.
Oh Lord. Yeah, he's a clown, a whole ass clown.
Beautiful Black queen. That's not Black.
But and I've never talked about any reality show for a season of it, than this with Mr. Chalaki doing Real Housewives of Potomac, and it was fun. But I'll tell y'all, my old school videos are what really makes me money on YouTube. And that's what I live stream just so I can stay in front of y'all's face and y'all don't forget me, because I'm not one of those 100,000 subscriber channels yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. Me and Stokes, we're going to get there. But until then, I got to keep doing this so y'all remember, like, oh yeah. And then when y'all see that I have an old school video, okay, yeah, I'll go watch it, But so yeah, if I had it my way, I would never be on camera ever. But I do like to come here, and now that I can live stream like this and interact, I love that. So speaking of which, B Stokes Styling. Let me put a link in here, and if you all want to come in and share your opinions about a Bravo boycott, what that looks like to you, would you participate in some level, in some way? I do like the idea, at the very least, of petitioning the network to get a new host for Married to Medicine, for Real Housewives of Atlanta and Potomac. I like the idea of that. Who could y'all see hosting it if that's the route that we're going to go?
I heard people talking about this recently, and I liked the idea of Monique.
Monique, okay. Hang on. We got Nikki in the house. How you doing, Nikki?
Hey.
Hey, good to see you again. I didn't know if I'd see you after we all went back to work from the new year. What's going on?
I'm the one that suggested Wednesday because I knew I would be available, and it's one of the main topics I wanted to talk about.
Well, talk about it. What you got to say? I didn't know you were in the stream.
Well, I am definitely against boycotting Bravo, for sure.
Okay.
For any of the reasons, even though Mariah's is the most valued reason. And the reason I say that is because it's kind of conflicting stories about Mariah's situation as well. Some people say she has paperwork. Some people say she don't have paperwork. Some people say she signed to be a cast and not an exec. So I don't know. We only going on hearsay. Now you show me some paperwork and show me the real logistics of it, and I would stand behind her if it's all true tea. And that's my problem with Mariah.
Okay.
I will say that since she has filed the actual lawsuit, I'm just going to tell you what it was for. And by filing this, it does say to me in some sense that she must have some paperwork that validates this. She's filing for one, according to All About the Tea, unauthorized exploitation of Married to Medicine and the Married to Medicine series, breach of contract. So that means she has to have a contract for them to breach it.
But that's all word of mouth is what I'm saying. I need to see the documents. I need to see the paperwork.
Let me see. Breach of joint venture agreement and breach of the covenant of good. Oh, no, there's 5. Breach of the covenant of good faith and fair dealing and failure to prevent retaliation and harassment. So just based off of the interview that I saw, and I wish I could have, I should have tried to find it.
All About the Tea. Yeah, she did do, she did a story on it. I guess she did it last night because I looked at part of it today. Okay. And I don't know the attorney's name, but I know he's not he's not taking on no Rudy Poo clients. You see, he's not representing leaks. So like,
I don't doubt that she has some type of claim. I don't know about everything on there being factual. So like I said, everything that we've gotten is like hearsay and word of mouth. And like I say, the people on the show have more insight than I have, and some of these other people that's been speaking on it, and some of them say different. So I don't know, but before I jump out and do something like that, I got to know the facts. I got to know that it's real. I'm not going to just.
That's understandable. That's understandable. Now, how would you feel about someone else hosting the reunions?
That's what I'm all for. I'm all for that. For one, Andy really don't watch the shows. He really don't. For two, is he has gotten so comfortable with the Black women that he really thinks he could say whatever he wants to and not be offensive. And it's not that I don't think he do it intentionally. I just think he's comfortable and thinking he could say everything.
The girls, I think that when Candace told him that he was invited to the cookout, that he ran with it. Felicia says, Felicia Echeverria says, I could go for that. I would love to see Bevy Smith. What do y'all think about Bevy Smith hosting?
It's a multitude of people. I would like to see like Lonnie Love or somebody like that, somebody that's funny and bold and not scared to ask whatever question to whoever. So
I have never found Lonnie Love funny.
I don't know if I want to see Lonnie. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It would be funny, but like I said, I would like to see anybody that's biased, not scared to ask any one of them any question, and that has no stake in the game. In other words, I don't really do anything for this network. I'm just here to collect my paycheck myself, so I got to find out too.
Right.
And that's also a big difference too when you are talking about how the ladies interact with Andy, because it's like you're talking to your boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they can't just Wings and Mumbo Sauce says she thick girl 40 hosting the reunion. Wings and Mumbo Sauce. Petty Betty says that they're supposed to be hiring a Black woman to start hosting some of the reunions. I hadn't heard that. And I wonder, can they just say that? We're hiring a Black woman. Can they say that without, because everybody gets so offended. It's like you walk around eggshells, whether you're Black or white or whatever. Like you this politically correctness BS is just like out of hand.
They wouldn't say that. They would say we're looking for a woman of color to host the show. That's what they would say.
Maybe they'll get Tyrese's Black Queen to come and host the show.
And there's like a big difference between the other housewife franchises, because I used to watch all of them, and then I stopped. I never watched that Salt Lake City one. I ain't gonna watch that. I'm not into that one at all.
Oh, I do watch that one too.
I'm not into that at all. But the difference, every last one of the franchise fight, every last one of them. I think we also made a big fuss about the fight. A lot of people was there. We tired of seeing Black women fight each other, bring each other down, tear each other down, yada, yada, yada. So we kind of escalated it ourselves as well. But it's like a double standard. So catch-22, because one minute, when people saying, "Oh, the show's boring. We need more action, more drama." Then the next thing, when we make it where the girls are enjoying themselves and having fun, oh, it's boring. They ain't got no storyline. Make up your mind.
I agree. Because hi Isaac. Potomac was action packed, right? It really packed a punch. You know what I'm saying? Now, they're making Black women look bad. They're here fighting, making Black women look bad. I hate when
top rated.
I don't think that because Monique did this to Candace, I don't think I look any worse to anyone who didn't think that Black women look bad already. Right. And so that's because Black women were the main ones. Oh, they're making Black women look bad. They're fighting. They're thinking me all like that. No, that's not what it is. The people who thought that, they already thought that before this fight ever took place. And they're going to continue to think that if these girls make up and, become best friends and, their kids get married to each other, they're going to continue to think that way. This is not a situation where Black women need to stop being so violent and stop, and start presenting themselves in a way that's going to be more palatable to white people. No, this is racist. People need to stop being racist and stop thinking that just because two Black women got in a fight that we're all, aggressive and ferocious and all these horrible things. That's what it is. And that's something that we don't have control over. I can't make you stop being racist if that's what you choose to be. If you choose to put that narrative on me as one Black woman because you saw two women get into an altercation, then that's on you. So, that I'm not accepting. But I'm with you. We're seeing exactly what you said with Potomac, and then we go straight into Atlanta where nothing's happening. You know, the girls are having dinner, you know, they're having dinner, they come over and have some drinks on my patio. Oh, this so boring mess. I don't want to see this. Well, you know, we just got the girl going upside the other girl's head. Y'all didn't want to see that. So what do y'all want? What's the healthy balance?
The narrative of the show. We're the driving force. If we didn't want to see it, we would never see it, you know. But in the same breath, you know, you can't be boring and then I want the drama, you know. I mean, we got to help ourselves out. I mean, I'm confused because I don't know what we should do. You know what I'm saying? Because either we be nice, so some smart women that could get along, have a good time, and be boring, or we beat each other head off. I mean, come on. I mean, love and hip hop, they do the same thing. That's all they do is fight. They ain't got no storyline. They can't even get a storyline out. All they do is fight. Evidently, that's what sells. That's why they keep doing it. But I don't hear y'all saying, let's boycott them because they exploiting us and they got us beating each other up and all that. No, y'all still watching it. And y'all think that's cool. Isn't it? It ain't cool.
Mama D is the only one putting out any music. She is. In that order.
It's a bop, though. It is a bop now. I ain't gonna lie.
I deserve.
But then, and that's the thing too with OWN. OWN has actually, well, up until maybe this last season of Marriage in Huntsville, but OWN's reality shows have tried to be more positive than, you know, our Bravo shows, our VH1 shows, and no one watches it.
It's boring.
And I enjoy the OWN reality shows. I'm a reality TV junkie. I'm just gonna put it out here. I watch all the trash for the most part. If it has a black cast and it's reality, I've probably at least given it a chance once or twice or a season and a half. And the OWN shows, they don't have, you know, OWN has a different direction, but you don't see people talking about it. Mm-hmm. So they're just going to give you, these networks are just going to give you what you want. And Bravo, technically, when it comes to the Real Housewives of Atlanta or Potomac, they are directly competing with the Love and Hip Hops. They want to age down their demographic to that demographic that watches the Love and Hip Hop. So what you gonna do? We gonna make it a little bit more rowdy because that's the only way to bring people over here.
I mean, that's the network's business, is to make the money. And they're gonna do what they have to do to make the money. And it takes, like I say, the cast members, they pretty much tell it all. Because it's like, if Nene was so right in what she was saying, she did that totally wrong. Why you didn't meet up with your cast members? See if they having the same dilemma with Andy that you're having. Maybe all get together and let's do. No, you went out on your own because you thought you were so big that either they were going to follow you or the network wasn't going to let you go. And you found out differently. And now you want everybody to rally behind you and boycott and everything. No, did you have a discussion with anybody before you made these decisions? No, you did what you wanted to do. So,
I almost feel like she's asking people to boycott the network because those ladies are still on there. You know, I don't have a check. I don't want anybody to have a check.
No, she don't want it to succeed at all. She wants that show to flop and fail. Most definitely.
And it seems like it is. The ratings have been super, super low. But I don't want to say, like some people are saying, oh, the ratings are so low because Nene's not on there. I don't agree with that. I just think the ratings are low.
Going down before she even left the show.
Exactly. I just think the ratings are low because honestly, I'm tired of all of them.
Even the new ones, especially the new ones. Yeah. This mixing these very young girls with these much older women is just weird. It is super weird. It's weird. That's all that I can say. It doesn't feel organic. These girls would not be hanging out in real life. These 20-something women are calling Cynthia's 55-year-old behind. Yeah, girl, let's go hang. Like, really? Come on. Come on, that's not happening, you know.
There's a rumor that Cynthia might be wind up being a friend of the Real Housewives and going over to
Beverly Hills.
Yeah, to Beverly Hills with what's the girl name? Start with a G.
Garcelle.
Garcelle.
Bobe.
I'll be saying Giselle and everything else. I'll be like,
I know. We all just call her Fancy. All right.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, and that might be a better fit for because they more laid back. So
I don't even think that that would be a good fit for her because it's not even a good fit for Garcelle because you have these white women walking on eggshells around this black woman. They don't want to say nothing. They don't want to. They don't want no smoke with black Twitter at all.
Is that right? Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, well, they don't know how to. That's like the same thing with Andy. It's like, you know, they don't know how to talk to us, and then they scared that they might slip up and say something wrong, you know, and that's just the way it is right now. So I don't know, but I'm saying it would be a better fit for her because it's a slower pace. It's not like Atlanta. She got to come with it, and you know, in Atlanta, where there, all you got to do really is look pretty, and if you got a little money or act like you got a little money, you know.
I don't know. I feel like they got. I don't know. I don't think it would be.
That's where your classism comes in.
You see me? I had to tell you. I called it. I said, I don't know. I'm gonna take it back. I caught myself.
Hi, Cherry. So yeah. Oh, okay. And now Felicia says viewers and bloggers need to change the narrative of these shows, and I think I agree with what you're saying, but how? Do you want to come on or do you want to just type what you mean by that? Because I do think that we have more power than we do to make some changes collectively. And that's why I wanted to have these discussions, and by the way, I'm planning on, y'all let me know, Saturday at 6 p.m. having the discussion about getting Michael off of Potomac. Will that work for y'all? Saturday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time? Are y'all open to that discussion?
Not me. I won't be available the weekend. So
no.
That's why I said today for this topic because I won't be available.
I got you. And I'll try to come back before the week is over. Do something on Thursday or Friday, maybe Thursday and Friday. But I will save the Michael topic for Saturday. And y'all let me know. I guess if that works for y'all. Wanda says she's going to boycott Bravo. And if you don't mind, Wanda, why are you boycotting? And everybody has their own reason. Like it might be because of the whole Monique thing. It might be because of the Mariah thing. It might be because you're a huge Nene fan. For those who are planning on boycotting, why are you planning on boycotting? Hi, Mr. Chalaki. Do you want to come up here and talk with us tonight? That's our normal Real Housewives of Potomac co-host. He's probably the reason that I'm even having this discussion at all. But what do y'all say?
That's another question too, because even Monique doesn't want anybody to boycott Bravo, and she's not even saying anything really negative about Bravo. And she actually lived, and we seen with our own eyes how she was mistreated. But
she's being a class act the whole way through, and I haven't heard Mariah call for a boycott either. It's only Nene. It's only self-serving Nene who has no leg to stand on. Not the two women who do. The two women who people would rally behind if they called for one. They're not asking anyone, from what I've heard. They're not asking anyone, but it's Nene. You know, they didn't give me the check. I want it. Everybody stopped watching. Like, what? Who are you?
My question is, what are you hoping to achieve from the boycott? Because we always holler, I want to boycott, but okay. And then what? I want to boycott. I don't want y'all to watch Bravo. I want to do my own reality shows. And if it's going to be the read session, I don't want to see it. But, you know, we want to boycott Bravo until they agree to bringing in a more diverse producer line or more positive reality TV shows, or like, what's the end game? Because if the end game is just boycott Bravo until Nene finally gets a contract that she wants, and now we can watch it again, I'm not here for it.
Yeah, she can save that. I'm fine. I've been wanting Nene gone, frankly. That was it, season 9 when she wasn't there. That was a good season, and they had really good ratings. And it worked fine, you know. I think that Portia and Kenya would have been friends if Nene hadn't been on the last season, because Portia decided to go crawl up Nene's butt. Everybody decides to go crawl up Nene's butt. It must be a lot of room in there for Cynthia and Portia.
Us Georgia Peaches got junks in the trunk, honey. We got room.
I guess. My God.
They all thought that she was the one who gave the insight, whether they stay or whether they go. Her influence meant a lot. So that's why a lot of people rallied up behind her. One of the reasons she didn't like Kandi so much is because Kandi didn't rally up behind her, because Kandi didn't need her.
Yeah.
And that also, speaking of Kandi, that goes to negating some of her claims about not being able to, about Black cast members not being able to.
Wait, say that again. You kind of faded out.
Oh no! Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me move my mic. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was saying, speaking of Kandi, that also kind of directly combats her claims about how Bravo doesn't give spinoffs to Black cast members, because Kandi has gotten many
spinoff after spinoff after spinoff.
Well, see, one of the things was she was tired of playing the villain role. She wanted Kandi to be a villain, you know, for a while. She wanted somebody else to be a villain for a while. And so, but she came in there always claiming she was the head HBIC all the time. So since you're the head BHT, that's your role, you know.
Well,
so
I think Kandi did a good job in playing the villain.
Huh?
I think Kenya did a good job playing the villain.
And that's why she wanted Kenya to come back. That's why.
That's why she would always say she never liked Kenya, but she would always say she's good for the show. That takes you off of Nene. That's so even in her giving a compliment to Kenya, that was self-serving. Yeah, because I don't have to be the 100% BITCH. Yeah. Felicia says we need to continue to use social media platforms to continue to communicate our demand for change. We also need to call the network and express our dissatisfaction with the direction the shows are going. That I believe. If we're going to watch, you know, then so what does it come to? We start a petition. We, give them a list. These are the people who we will accept to host this reunion. You don't give us that, then what? So what if we watch, make it through a season. We tell them this is who we want, and then they still give us Andy Cohen. Then what's the next step?
Then you could either stop watching that show, but I mean, I don't see that, or you could just stop watching the reunion show. You could watch the season and don't watch the reunion, because that's when Andy comes on. Because I don't foresee not watching the show. For me, that is entirely too many Black people to be without a job. And I know you're saying about the money. I ain't talking about the money. I'm just talking about just the ability to see Black people on that TV screen. We're already fighting for roles. It's hard to see our places and lead roles and everything else. So I wouldn't want to negate. That's a lot of Black jobs to negate. So it's not about a money issue necessarily. It's just jobs and opportunities for other Black people to move into those positions. So
I super don't see it that way. I don't care about jobs in that way.
For them, honestly, if it boiled down to, if it got too hot and heavy, they'll just eliminate the show. You know, they'll just eliminate and then start another show with another cast of white folks. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make money either way. So that's what I'm saying. We're gonna shoot our own self in the foot, because if it gets too hot and heavy to even deal with, they'll just be like, bunk it, forget it. Like the same thing with Married to Medicine. If it boils down to it, they'll just cut the cast of Married to Medicine and just start another show somewhere else with a bunch of.
In that case, I would be fine with it, because I feel like all those Black women turned their backs on Mariah. She did.
I don't know that yet. When I find the paperwork out.
Go ahead, B-Subs. I'd be okay with that. Go ahead.
Now I'm just separating Mariah as a cast member and as an executive.
Mm-hmm.
If she had this, hypothetically, she has her two different contracts. If she has her EP contract and she has her cast member contract, I am completely behind her 100% of the way. I want you to be in the room when executive decisions are being made. I want you to have, you know, your voice heard in that way, because that's your right as this show creator. Now, as a cast member, that's a whole different relationship. And if I'm a cast member with you and I don't fool with you, I just don't fool with you. I don't know what you got going on over there. I'm not finna be over here with you because I'm fool with you. As a cast member.
Now, as a cast member, fine. But if she never goes on the show again, and if the decision is that, you know, I win this lawsuit and either I take creative control back or else the show goes, I am fine with the show going because of how these women, I'm talking off the cast.
But that's different, though.
You know, she handpicked them to come onto a platform, and now nobody can have her back. These women are disgusting to me, like straight up.
That's different, though. That if she truly is got the paperwork to show that she's the EP, this is her show. And that's something totally different. And like I said, until I see the paperwork, I don't know.
I'm not talking from a cast member standpoint. I'm talking about as a creator standpoint. Yeah, if they decide, okay, well, we can't, you know, come to some terms with Mariah Huq on how to continue the show, so we just have to take it off the air, fine with me. Fuck Heavenly, fuck Simone and Bones, Dr. Jack. All of them, they can go, because like she tried to give these heifers a chance, and they, you know, nobody had her back, and now, you know, it's fine because they're getting a check, so they can all go.
Yeah,
I could if that's what came down to, if she doesn't get her full rights to the show or whatever, and then they decide to settle by taking it off, then I mean it is what it is, you know. But I would definitely want her to get her just due, especially being the only Black EP or creator of any content on that network. I want her to get it. And if that is the case, if she has those rights, if she has the intellectual property, I would want to move it off of Bravo completely and just pitch it to VH1 or another net.
Yeah, another network.
Another network. Is that still Viacom? Is Bravo Viacom?
That's NBC.
Don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, no, right. Okay, right now. But you know, I would go over to Viacom or to OWN, or you know, I would move it to another network if you own the rights to the show and you don't like how they are treating.
Exactly. I'm totally in agreement with that. Totally. Yeah, that's the thing, is knowing the facts and is it true and what's what. So, and like I say, eventually over time it will come out and everybody will know what the deal is. So, you know,
I'm here for it. I'm gonna be sitting there.
But she handled it the right way. She taking it the legal route, and you know, so.
And even with her taking it the legal route, I haven't heard her say anything about not watching the show.
Exactly. Right. That's why I said neither one of them. All the people that's involved, nobody is saying boycott, all this.
Just Nene's old donkey behind. Just Nene the donkey.
That's
nobody else.
Nobody else.
Who has no leg to stand on is the one telling everybody not to watch.
And us as fans, all we're complaining about is Andy. And we're complaining about him doing reunion shows. That's what our complaint is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say it's such a convoluted issue. So many things.
Okay, so we got Bevy Smith. Who else? And Monique on our short list. Who else could we see hosting the reunion? Hi, Eric. How are you feeling?
I can't think off the top of my head, but
who could we see?
I would like to see a Black comedian. Really, I would like to see. I want somebody to make it funny, you know, and be able to.
Rosa's here. He says Nina Parker. What about her?
No.
Yeah, that's too much.
No.
We've got the love and hip hop feel going on.
I like some more.
Yeah, somebody funny. Yeah,
I like some more. Some more is also like she would kind of be a peer. She's in their age range. She's funny.
She ain't scared.
I'm sure she can watch it. I like that.
Because they could trying to steal my idea. I like that for a show. Nene the selfish donkey. Don't
And
steal my idea, girl.
that was one of her complaints that she couldn't get, any of the other her own show, right? Her spinoff. But the thing was, what was her idea for a spinoff? And then she didn't want to open up on her family issues. She didn't want to talk about her sons. She didn't barely want to talk about Greg and his issue.
Right.
So
I'm not trying to hear about it, so that's fine with me. I'm not trying to hear about that little son she got who's with the baby mamas and the raggedy life or the other one.
But I'm just saying you have to pick something.
He got cancer.
Right, but you have to pitch something if you want to spin off. Because whenever Candy did her spin off, she pitched her own story.
You have to pitch an idea. So what's your idea? Right.
Wasn't there a rumor? Wasn't there a rumor going around that she was getting a spinoff? I want to say on maybe E, and it was supposed to be based around like her glam something. I
hadn't heard that.
Swag or something.
It's a show she's supposed to be doing now. She was with some guy. It's some kind of fashion.
Yeah, like another show, not a spinoff or anything.
Another show.
Bravo, like where she's rating people on fashion or something, which is stupid.
Why?
He doesn't do nothing but wear tunics and jeans. If it's not the tunics and jeans show, I'm not trying to tell anybody anything about fashion or glam with her crazy. She looks like, okay, what was it? Digital Underground, Humpty, the nose. her makeup looks with her trying to contour and everything. Like, so you talk to me about fashion, glam, wigs, makeup. Like, how are you going to improve upon someone's looks, Nene? Like, if you don't get somewhere. Oh my gosh.
She had a good hairstylist since season never.
She looks better, but it costs her a lot to get to look better.
Does she go?
She do look better though. She do. I looked at, they had somebody had it on one of their YouTube channels, and they had from the time even when she got her prison mugshot, from that point all the way up until now, they showed all the pictures and stuff. She does look better.
Okay.
I have such a video. I wonder if you saw it on my channel.
Was it your channel? I
have a video.
I
might not be the only one.
I do love your little biography things that you be doing, because I don't like reading the book and I ain't got to read them now. I can just watch your video.
You're exactly the person I'm trying to reach. I'm so glad you said that, because
got me.
That's what takes me forever. Like, so I like reading the biographies, and so I'm just like, okay, what's like the juicy part? Like, what's like something that they're not gonna believe? So like, hey, I don't want to tell anybody like, oh, he was born in Mississippi and he went to elementary school. Like, who cares? Like, who was he sleeping with? What kind of drugs was he doing? Like that's what someone's gonna care. Just like read these stories for my own entertainment, but then I just once I figure, okay, you just take the most salacious part of the story out, and that's your video. And so it took a long time for it to catch on, but when it did, like now that it has, it's just like, okay, let's go.
I kind of like binge watched several of them because I was like, it's for me. Because maybe I did not tell y'all. Y'all need to watch it yourself. Right?
Go watch it.
But I found out a bunch of new tea that I didn't know about. So
you can give a little teaser. I don't mind. But yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out what I was going. I
didn't know Tina Turner shot Randy Jackson.
I didn't know that until very recently. And I'm like, wait a minute, what?
I never heard that. And none of she had a whole movie and everything.
Right.
I ain't heard that.
Now she has not come out and said that it's true, but he did. So usually, as long as I have one person saying that this is a thing, then I can run with it, or at least I have a leg to stand on and say, well, I can say it's alleged, but this person did say, this is one of the parties to it. And so they said that it happened. So I can, just like with the Marvin Gaye story, You know, Marvin Gaye told one of his biographers, but
Okay,
so did his
make
niece.
him go watch it. Make him go. I gotta watch the videos. There's a bunch of teas in those videos that I ain't know nothing about, and that's the honest to God truth. I ain't gonna even lie about that. Oh, for real.
And people be getting mad. They in the comments get mad at me. You just trying to destroy a black man. Like he says about himself in his autobiography that he wrote. If you don't go sit down somewhere and get off my channel with foolishness. Because I had some girl come at me talking about on the, I'll just say on the Bobby Brown of the Bobby Womack story. She said, where'd you get this? I'm his niece. And he never said no mess like this. I said, well, if you're his niece, then you should know that he wrote a book about his life. And what he said on page 61, you dumbass. And so, and then she did her comment. But I'm like, girl, if y'all tell you, look now, stop playing with me.
Don't come over here with this foolishness. You better go
Don't come over here. I'm finally making a little coin on this channel. I don't need to come over here to discredit, my efforts.
Tell you, if you anything like me and you don't like to read and you want some good tea, watch them.
You know where to go.
You know where to go. For real though.
I'll do the reading so you don't have to. Just watch a piece of the ad for me, and I'll be all right.
Thank you. Yes,
I appreciate that because and look, I'm trying to get those out every Sunday. This Sunday it'll be out at noon because they told me that's the best time. So every Sunday I want to have one of those out for you, and that's what in my quote unquote free time. That's what I'm doing, researching, trying to put one of those together so that y'all can have a story and. Y'all just keep watching that playlist. Keep helping tie out because the live streams they do me all right, for a little bit. And but look, let's face it. In a week from now, no one's going to care about this. But people will always be able to go to that old school playlist and see some mess they didn't know about someone they thought they admired. And so yeah, I'm just here to ruin all of your your childhood idols, everybody you thought was such a great guy because they wrote such great music, so they must have this great heart. No, they didn't.
Not at all.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, but thank you, Nikki. I'm really glad to hear that. I worked really hard on those, and obviously you can see it took me a while to get my sound quality down right. Oh, hi, beautiful Black Love and the Real Queen Sierra. Let's see here. No. That's a very random question, Larry. No, I'm not related to Terry Ellis from In Vogue. Oh, y'all, and Larry has a channel. So if you like the old school tea, you might like the old school music. So he covers 70s, 80s, and 90s songs on piano, and he's super talented. So go and check him out too. But no, not related to anyone from In Vogue, not that I know of.
I checked out a couple of his videos too.
Yeah, he's good.
Enjoying his
channel. Yeah. Yeah, we got some good channels.
Let me go ahead and copy on over to my browser.
Is Larry in the back? Can I chat with Larry for a minute? I got a question to ask him.
Yeah, you should be able to. Larry. Okay, so let's see. We got y'all added some more Monique, and there was one other person on our short list.
Monique some more was good. Baby.
Oh yeah, Betty Smith.
I've really been over here trying to think, and I'm just like, I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head.
I'm trying to think.
I know I've heard some people say John Sally, but I don't think that he fits for this group of women. He was a great host for the Basketball Wives, but not for this group of women, even though he is funny.
I never watched that, but I don't want a man. I want a woman.
And see, I'm open to a black man too, but he would have to be like somebody that watches it.
For me, if it's gonna be a black man, he'd have to be a black man who's gay. But I don't want because I don't want a man's like preference for a woman like clouding his judgment about how she's acting with the other cast members. Mm-hmm. So that would be my issue. not that it couldn't happen with a woman as well, but let's see. Felicia says Vivica Fox.
She has prior history with them though, so that would make her automatically biased.
Yeah, well, not only that, her, yeah, because her and Kenya don't they don't mesh.
Well, but they made up. They said they made up.
Whatever.
Did she ever make up?
Right.
That's what they said.
And then the minute she get on Kenya, and the Kenya fans is gonna be like, "Oh, Vivica, you just don't like Kenya."
Right.
So,
well, the crazy stands are always going to have something to say. The crazy stand bases. Hi, Makidra. Nice to see you. Let's see here. It should be an unbiased woman, a Vivica type. So, but we don't really know what anyone's bias is. That's the thing, maybe they're just not tweeting about it, but they like, you know what I mean? Everyone, I think if you watch the show, develop some biases. So do we need two hosts, like a host this couch and a host that couch, and then they all get to ask questions?
You need someone who is used to doing hosting, because if you're used to doing hosting, then you're used to suppressing your bias in order to get what you need.
So do we need Gayle King or Oprah?
Well, I ain't not them.
No, that's not good.
No, not them.
That is not good. I could do Tamara Hall.
Tamara, yeah, she's young enough. She's relevant. That would be my top choice out of everything I've heard so far. Good choice, Nikki. Okay. Girl, you better get it on paper. We're gonna steal your idea.
Right.
Go ahead, Tamara. Make that money, girl.
I'm gonna edit this part out of here, and I'm gonna.
Well, this is my copyright, right? This is my copyright right now, right?
Yeah, I hope you're doing a screen capture, girl, because I think I'm gonna edit out. Look, y'all, I have a really brilliant idea. This is gonna be excellent. I love it. Okay.
Cheryl Underwood.
Not for me. It's a no for me.
You don't like Cheryl Underwood?
Or what's the other one that's kind of like her? Sherry Shepherd.
No, now that's a definite bias. That's a definite Kenya bias there. That would never work.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Aisha Tyler. Bulat says Aisha Tyler.
I don't know who that is.
She was like on one of those shows. I think she's the one who Eve replaced on that show that she's on, one of those panel shows, whatever. Like there's like the Talk, the View, the Two, all these stupid shows. She's like on one of those shows.
I don't remember her.
Yeah, she's a black comedian. She was on the Talk. Okay, yeah, she was on the Talk before Eve got there. Gabrielle says, what about Yvette Nicole Brown? Who's that? I know that name.
That's right, me too. Who is that?
I'm up here searching now because I don't know. Let me look.
Right.
Yeah, who's that?
That name sounds familiar too.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Her face look familiar. How can I describe her to you? I don't even know.
Okay, I'll do a screen share. I'll Google her and do a screen share so we can all know. Because he coming up with the obscure names. Let's see here. Oh, she kind of looks like Jill Scott, but I know her face, but I don't know what she's been in. But yeah, I do know her face. Okay, hold up. Was she on like Community or something? I never really watched that show, but I know her face from something, I think, on NBC. Okay, let me pull up her. Let me share the screen with y'all. Let me pull up there we go. Okay, share screen and Chrome tab, and there we go, Google search. Okay, so that's her. One of the pictures, I think in this picture where she had her hair up, she was looking kind of like Jill Scott-ish to me, but that's her. I guess I don't know anything about her enough to know like what she's like. I guess.
What about Tiffany Haddish?
No. Hell no. I don't want to see her do nothing. No. No, thank you. Keep her off my screen. No, that's not what I'm looking for. No.
What about
I don't need
Dale Given? Right.
Wait, who did you say, Nikki?
What about Adele Given?
Adele Givens. I know the name.
She's a comedian.
Oh, okay. Let me look and see.
I don't even know nobody's name.
I know. I don't either.
I say that normal black
Adele Givens. I'm thinking about Adele, the white Adele. Oh, okay. This lady. Okay. I'm thinking about Rolling in the Deep. We should have had it all. Hold up. Okay, let me just do a screen share. Oh, hold up. Let me bring up Larry. I didn't see Larry. Hold up.
What about
Okay.
Kim Whitfield? Kim Whitfield.
Oh, yeah. She's a bit loud and silly for me. Yeah, I'll pass on her. She's not the worst. You know who she reminds me of? Jackie Harry. She reminds me so much of her. What about Jackie? She ain't doing nothing right now, is she? I mean, and that's not even shade. I'm just saying, like, you know, and she seems, huh?
Hey, Larry, I can hear you.
Yeah, we don't see, but we hear you.
No, I don't know what the heck I just did. But I said, okay, Mary.
Oh, Mary. I thought you said, can you hear me? Mary. Yeah, Sandra.
What about Queen Latifah?
Queen Latifah. I could see that. I like Queen Latifah. And she's likable. She's hosted. I could see Queen Latifah. I don't think anybody you've said is better than Tamron Hall. But yeah, I could see Queen Latifah. I think she could pull it out. Kim Cole. Oh, from In Living Color.
Yeah.
And yeah, Living Single.
To be honest, I would kind of just be someone kind of
echoing. You got another window open?
Can
Talk now. No, I think that's you, Ty. I think it's you, Ty.
I'm on mute.
Yeah, you know. Talk, B. Stokes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. There's no echo now.
Okay. I was saying, to be honest, although I do like the ideas of the comedians, and I do think Tamron Hall would be good, I also want to just see someone kind of that we don't necessarily know. Give someone, you know, new, kind of obscure a chance. You know, there are a lot of talented hosts that could literally come from YouTube.
Yeah, like, I mean, they could. Funky not even. They could
say Funky would actually be a good host.
They could just do like.
I don't think so. I think he'd be too biased. He's got a history with those women.
They could do like a different person each day, so nobody is vested in the whole time. They could just bring on new hosts each time, so that way nobody gets vested and hooked on one person or one idea of a person.
That's a good idea in theory, but because of the way they do their editing, how would that really work? And that would show it. That would show us how choppy their editing is too, because you know they don't play that. That would expose them. I think that's why they wouldn't do it. But I like that idea.
Exactamundo. What's up?
Let everybody give us a little keys. Give us a little do.
No, I was working on something though.
Hey, I like that idea, Makidra. If y'all really want to show me love, y'all, go on and hit that petition to get Ty to host. I could use a check. I mean, I'm just saying.
Or they could, like I said, they could just do a random drawing and like whoever wins or whatever, they host that reunion for that season, whatever. Just do random,
fit.
Right.
It takes a while to get a fit, even with the Love and Hip Hop people. It takes a while to get a host that really can host. And now that you say it, I do think Funky would be a little bit biased, but in the same vein, there's someone out there that's obscure that could host. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm obscure as fuck. So I mean, I'm just.
They should hold the contest, and they should be like, do an interview. You know what I'm saying? And have these people come in and do auditions to host a reunion for just the one season reunion, and just for that one show, and then do it again for another show and another show till they find the right fit.
Thank you, Boo Lot. Show me that the love is real. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, y'all talking about a host for a reunion show, I assume.
Yeah, that's the only thing that Andy does is the reunion show. He doesn't do the actual. We're not looking for anybody for the whole cast.
You want to go watch the show?
What's up with Rudy? Well, Keisha Knight Pulliam.
Keisha Knight Pulliam. I don't know. I don't think she's aggressive enough. Cause I think you kind of got to be a strong person to deal with them too.
Can't say aggressive.
Oh, whatever.
Trouble now.
You gotta have some some backbone. You know, you can't be soft because they'll run over you if you're not. You got to be able to pull that dirt out of them.
Thank you, Queen Sierra. I appreciate you.
I'm
only acknowledging people who want me to host the reunion from now on.
Take me out real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
So I don't know. I did a Google search real quick of some different people that might. But yeah, and I'm sure Tamara Hall would do it. I'm sure she'll do it.
I think she'd be great. Now, what do you think? Gabrielle says, Gabrielle Union. What do you think about her?
She might be all right.
I can never see her out of character. Every time I see her as the girl in the role she played in the LL Cool J movie. Everybody Hates Eva, or no, the Eva movie.
I never seen that movie. Okay, I never saw that.
I always see her.
I would get the girls together, Sierra says. Now, Nikki says that she was aggressive with her ex. Are you talking about Rudy? Keisha Knight Pulliam? Well, see, that's funny because I actually wanted to see Keisha on the cast when they were talking about bringing people in for this season. I wanted to see her on the cast. I was thinking it would be fun to bring Lisa back and then bring Keisha on, and they could compare notes with the man that they both were married to. I thought that would have been a nice little something.
Wow.
I thought Kim Fields was gonna be good when she came, and I was disappointed that she
was so black.
She was like she was too holy or something. But
yeah, she needed a reality show on the Christian network or something. Like, she was so lame. She was boring.
I thought she was gonna be like the regime. I thought she was gonna bring a little fire, a little spunk. But no.
What's the other?
Yeah, that was just a
somebody said Kim Whitfield, right?
Yeah, I said.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh no, she
Kiki gone. Wyatt. I don't see that.
Wow, she is. Ooh wee.
She be fighting.
Her mouth.
Yeah, she would get in fights with the past.
She sure would. She is unfiltered. Ooh wee. That would be. I don't even think we would get through the interview.
Yeah, I don't see that being good. Bulat says, what about Regina Hall?
She might be all right. She feisty.
Or Taraji. Did you mention that already?
Yeah,
Raven Simone? No. Raven Simone is weird. She probably doesn't even watch this show or any of these shows is what I'm thinking. No, I don't see it.
She's invested with the people. She's friends with some of them.
That would never work.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody had already said some more. Makidra, let's see. Sanaa Latham, what about her? Bulat says, I think she's even good enough.
She's gonna bite your face.
She might be okay.
They say.
Did she bite Jay-Z's lip or something? Or
They said she bit Beyonce's ear at
That
a
was
party.
Beyonce, right? That was Beyonce, not Jay-Z.
That's what they say.
That's the
Which,
rule.
I mean, that's probably the most tame thing that happened at any party with those people. Hey, Shar, how are you doing? Let's see here. Yes, Owen Gozika. I just think that would be extremely messy. Lisa and Keisha, because they said that like she was friends with that Keisha was friends with Lisa when Lisa was married to Ed, and then all of a sudden Keisha ends up with Ed. Like, let's talk that out, ladies. That'd be an interesting conversation. How did this happen, and how do you feel now, Broody?
Lisa making clothes now, ain't she?
Huh?
Hey, Lisa.
Yeah. I thought that that's what she was doing when she started out on the show. She was doing so many things, jewelry and clothes. And
right. I just knew about jewelry. I didn't know she was making clothes. She's
I thought she was doing clothes. Then did she have a fashion show with clothes?
Jewelry.
It was just jewelry. I thought she was showing Sheree how to do like a real fashion show. I could have sworn she had clothes.
Maybe.
I could be wrong because look, I binge watched seasons 1 through like all the beginning seasons before like season 5 or 6 because I didn't watch the show when it first started. So yeah, I'm not sure. And so, okay, Texas Melanin says, I don't think we need a movie star. Very pretty young lady. How are you doing, Texas Melanin? I'm a Texas girl too. Let's see here. So I'm thinking
we agreed to that, but we just they gotta do auditions and find somebody.
Tisha Campbell. No, I don't want to see her. I don't want to see her, but maybe y'all do. What do y'all say?
I'd rather see Pam before Tisha.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't think of her.
Tanisha Arnold. I couldn't think of her name for a minute.
Tashina Arnold. That's what it is. Tashina Arnold. Yeah. Okay, Bula says, okay, hear me out. Cheryl Lee Ralph. Cheryl Lee Ralph. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, B Stokes.
Do you think she's too old?
She does seem like she might be a little old. She seems like she'd be even tempered enough. She can't be no older than Andy.
I think that she's I don't want to I think she'll be too
prima donna, like she's not
she's Broadway.
Right.
You
need feisty. She's like the mama type role, that you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
You need somebody that's kind of like got a little street.
I'm sorry. I'm catching up on the comments and talking about Michelle Obama or Beyonce.
Beyonce ain't gonna waste her time. She like,
I wouldn't mind seeing an unknown person.
Since I'm on my In Vogue kick, I don't know if y'all have been. I follow them sometimes, but Dawn from In Vogue.
Dawn from In Vogue.
Yeah,
I don't know her enough to know.
I mean, she's an in between person. She nice, she pretty, and I don't know how.
I like what Gabrielle said about Wendy Raquel Robinson. I do like her.
Who is
I
that?
think she was remember from Steve Harvey. She was the principal.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. I got it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I think that she's funny. She's she's bubbly.
All right. See, that's why I like a comedian, because or somebody that can like bring a little laughter, get a little tough.
Amada La Negra, no, she'd be way too over the top. Oh my God, Kenya, are you kidding me? What are you
She'll be the drama scene, huh?
Yeah, she would take over the reunion. Pero Cynthia, what were you thinking? Like, oh my God, you were out there with no mask on getting married. What are you thinking? Oh my God.
Telenovela real quick.
Yes, so
No,
quickly. So quickly. That would be a disaster. That would be a disaster.
And plus, they have to. Whoever is the host has to be able to read too. They got to have like a little sass and be able to read too.
Yeah, Amanda Negro can read, pero I don't think that they're ready for that. Let's see. Texas Melanin says Jennifer Lewis is a little bit old, but she definitely has the fire. She definitely does.
For
Whew.
sure.
I think they'd be scared of her.
Officer, she'd be calling them out left and right. They
Yeah.
would not be
Yeah,
ready
that's
for
what I
that.
think. That's what I think. Thank you, The Truth. I appreciate that. Since they have the best lives, I appreciate that. And also, that being said, it's time for me to get out of here. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. I have to keep my calendar with me, y'all, because today I was looking at the wrong dang day of the week. Oh yeah, I got to get out of here. 8 o'clock trading with Nez. I'm not lying. I don't know what y'all think.
You already,
So, yeah, and
it's 8:01.
Huh?
You already late.
Yeah.
It's 8:01.
I don't want y'all thinking, I'm just skipping out on y'all. I love y'all. And I want to try to keep these to 2 hours, these live streams. So I'm planning on being here Saturday at 6 to talk about getting rid of Michael Darby. But I will likely come on Thursday and or Friday for another one of these. I don't know which topic we'll cover. But just watch my community tab and be on the lookout for that. Come here, Rock. You want to say hi to everybody?
What India?
Come here. Indy's over here with Rocco. They're over here bothering me. Come here. Come on. Come here. He's just standing here staring at me. Indy's like, I will move out of the way. Come on. Okay, then both of y'all move. Like y'all are just crowding my space for no reason.
Real quick, Nikki, you said you had a question or something earlier?
Yeah, I want to say, did you do As We Lay?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay.
It's on there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, how'd you know that? Well, I'm a photographer.
Sure.
So I'm actually a photographer on sabbatical. That's what I say. So check out my Instagram too, under the same name, I think.
You think? You better come correct and check.
Hold on. I just haven't shot I haven't shot like in a year because I've had this creative.
I think. Promoting your Instagram. I'm talking about I think.
How do you see it? Larry X. Hold on.
Larry, we're about to go.
Larry, I'll put it up here. Hold on. I'll put it over here. Can I put it up? Or should I just tell her?
Yeah, you can put it up. Okay, that's Larry the Photo Key. He's been in the chat with us all night. He's putting up his Instagram where you can see his photography. You can see his piano playing here on YouTube. But you can see there he is, Larry the Photog.
Yes.
On Instagram at Larry the Photog on Instagram. Hi, TBE Trucking. How are you doing? And TBE Trucking, thank you for calling in on New Year's Eve. We appreciated your call. And wow, you really shared a lot with us about your family and those dynamics and everything. And it's a new day and everything, so I don't want to get all into it. But thank you for calling and sharing and knowing that you had to get up for work the next day. Look, thank you all for coming and chilling with us tonight. We are about to get up out of here, but we'll be back either tomorrow or Friday for another one of these Real Housewives of Potomac / Bravo topics. And then we'll definitely be back Saturday at 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We are going to talk about Michael Darby needing to be gotten rid of on Real Housewives of Potomac. And then let's see, that's going to be Saturday. And then Sunday, you will have your old school video for sure. And I am pushing y'all to get that old school video done like early this week so that I can make notes and bring back Sunday Fun Day, Sunday at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, because we have not had Sunday Fun Day in a long time. A lot of the people who are here now don't even know what Sunday Fun Day is. So we got to bring it back. And, we just talk smack. I'm trying to stay monetized. So if you hear me saying stupid things like smack and malarkey, it's because I'm trying not to say SHIT so much. But we're going to talk about the trending topics And then we are going to have my features, which are Florida Man Story, a WTF Tweet of the Week. And then we're going to give away gift cards. We're going to play IDGAF. That's a game that I made up, and it's a really fun game. We play for cash. Usually people win about $20 to $40, depending on what we get. Like, so when y'all give me donations on Sunday, I split them in a third, because YouTube gets their third off the top, and then I keep a third. The winner gets a third. It goes in the pot, and then we just play this game at the end. It's super fun. And the people who've been with me, they know. And a lot of people are new, and I really appreciate all you new people coming too, but y'all don't even know, like, that was like the only thing that I ever had going steady on this channel. And so like now that the people are coming and watching my old school videos, I've been making that a priority on Sundays instead of Sunday Fun Day. And I will always tell you though, if one must go, Sunday Fun Day is going to be gone, because these trending topics, people don't care after a couple of days, but people will always come and watch those old school videos. So that's always my number one priority. So I'm working on those right now. I'm working on the one that I'm going to do for this coming Sunday. If I can get that done in time, Larry, you will see it first. Lady B, my channel members, y'all get my edited content first. And then I will set it up for a premiere Sunday at noon Central Standard Time. And then we will have Sunday Fun Day at 5 o'clock. That is my aim. And I got a whole lot of SHIT to get done to make that happen. So y'all just hang in here with me. I'm trying. And I just appreciate you all being here, like for real. Any closing words, Miss Nikki?
No, just great. Always great visiting with you. And I will be looking forward to my notifications.
Okay, well, are you available either Thursday or Friday if I get another one of these topics?
Thursday.
You are?
This weekend, I'm not available at all, but Thursday.
Okay, I can't guarantee.
Nice chilling with you, Stokes.
You too.
And you too, Larry.
Larry, any closing words for the people?
Everybody, be safe out there, especially if you're in DC right now or that area.
Right.
And I try to get on as much as I can. Thank y'all for educating me on all the stuff that's going on as far as reality TV. It's kind of entertaining, just. And then, because last night that's what made me ask you about the Terry Ellis thing, because I was looking at some In Vogue thing last night. I didn't even watch drama videos until, bam, I got on this. But I was like, yeah, she kind of like Ty, but yeah. Everybody have a good night.
Oh, you're the best, Larry. You're the best male member I have of all of my channel members. You are the best male member I have, and the only. But B Stokes Styling, anything that you have for us in closing tonight?
This was fun. I enjoyed myself. I guess at the end of it, we all came up with, boycott Bravo the best way you know how.
Yeah, I think that's the answer. But we'll work on the petition for the new host. I think that we all can agree, at the very least, we want that.
Yeah, you should put that. You should make that like a poll question on your community tab. Let people chime in.
Yeah, I think we got some good choices here. My number one choice is still Tamron Hall. Nikki, that was excellent. That was excellent. That was really good. Okay, well then, the real Queen Sierra, tell me what you want me to talk about as far as they're concerned, because I think that so much has already been exposed. I like to tell people stuff that they don't know necessarily, because like we've all seen What's Love Got to Do with It on Ike and Tina. If there's something that like, is like some kind of little queer thing that's like everybody that isn't out there, I'll do it. But like otherwise, I kind of feel like I'm retelling a story that's been told, and my channel just isn't big enough just yet to get people here just to hear me kind of retell a story. So I gotta attract people to get over here. With 12,000 subscribers, they're not like just, hey, she did something, let's look at it. I'm not one of those channels yet. So if there's something that of that's a little, people don't know this, or nobody ever talks about that's the kind of stuff that I do with my old school videos. Because like pretty much like 50% of the comments are like, really? I never heard that. Like, yeah, that's the point. Like, you know, and it's been out in this book since 1982, but I'm glad you don't like to read, because otherwise I wouldn't be making any money on YouTube, you know? So as long as, like, my channel is for people who don't like to read, but they do like to know. That's what I, you know, bring. Y'all come here, come one, come all, and then we'll figure this thing out together.
Well, I'm a Patty, Stephanie, Gladys Knight fan. That's my era. That's the people I like. Those type of people.
Shaka.
Yeah.
Stephanie,
Shaka got a
Gladys,
lot going on in her life.
Chaka Khan. Don't have anything coming up with those. I have some things. I always keep a list of things, of videos, and none of those are my topics. What'd you say, Larry?
Angela Winbush.
Angela Winbush. I don't have anything on her.
She
Do love her voice.
She supposedly was in an abusive relationship with Ron Isley.
Yeah, and as well as the guy she sang with.
Renee.
Yeah, Renee.
I didn't know that. Okay. Wow.
Man,
that's my
well, then maybe I do need to do a video. They sang the song "I'll Be Good," but I guess Renee was lying.
But she is very, very underrated. Not hardly ever mentioned as a songwriter. She's written so many songs, but she never gets mentioned.
Amen. Yeah. So, is that a video request?
Yes.
Let's see. No, I just thought you had some older tea to spill. If I find it, I will spill it. I do have something that's Ike Turner related, but it's not about Tina, but it's about someone that a lot of reality people would know. So I might do that one maybe before that particular show comes on, like leading up to that show, if it comes back. So I won't say what it is, because I don't need some bigger YouTuber sniping my story. Because that has happened to me before. Not that they sniped my story, but it broke my heart, because once I found out what it was that I needed to start doing on here, I'm like, okay, well, the Bobby Womack Sam Cooke video blew up for me last Memorial Day, and my channel is at 3,000 subscribers. That Memorial Day weekend, my channel had over 6,000 subscribers and over 300,000 views on that one video. So I was like, okay, well, now I know what I need to do on YouTube. I'll just start telling all these old stories. And so I'm like, oh, and then that actually makes it perfect for me, because now I'm not competing with people like, Storm Monroe and Layla Lynn and Lovely T and Tasha K. Like, I just get to do these old stories. Nobody's ever going to be able to scoop me on anything, because like, who's going to be thinking about Marvin Gaye, And so literally I was like, okay, so I'll just try to repeat the same and have the same success that I did. I'll try to recreate this whole thing. And then so on Labor Day, I'm like, I'll do this story on Milli Vanilli, and it's going to be a smash. And, people got time off and they're going to come and watch my video. And then like, that was the weekend that all of my old equipment crashed. My video editing software crashed. My computer crashed. It was like everything just went to SHIT. And then I was like, oh man, like this is terrible. So I was already like in a funk. And I didn't even realize, I was just so determined to get the video out. My dogs were already out. Like, I had them outside. They were outside playing. It was a beautiful weekend. And I had been sitting here trying to record. I had been recording for 2 hours, and it was 49 seconds of usable footage after I've been recording for 2 hours, because like everything had just crashed. So I was like, man, screw this. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to get a new computer, and I'm cheap. And I did not want to have to buy a computer. So I was like, and I got to get a good computer now, because all the stuff I want to do. And so I didn't want to have to do it. So I was like, okay, forget it. I'm not going to be able to get it out this weekend. And so that had me bummed out enough. But then it was Monday night. I'm just trying to prepare myself to get ready. Got to go back to work. I'm not going to be a YouTube star this weekend. I don't get to quit my job, fine, whatever. So I'm eating my dinner, getting myself ready, and then I look over and I have a computer sitting over there, and on that computer pops up from the Black Femininity channel, which has hundreds of thousands of subscribers, the truth about Milli Vanilli. And I was like, the what? Like, what? Wait a minute. Like, why are you doing this story about, like, nobody cares about Milli Vanilli. That's why I'm doing the story. Like, why are you doing this story? And then so by the time I seen it, it had been up for 5 hours. It had 12,000 views. I'm like, that it takes me a whole day to get that. And so I'm like, shit. Like, I was supposed to do this story first, and then if you were going to do it at all, and then I could have ridden the wave of your success because you are the bigger channel. So I couldn't even get it out that weekend. And when I tell you, I was bummed. I was just like, F YouTube, I hate this. Like, how did I get a Milli Vanilli story? I'm like, this story is 30 years old. Why aren't you talking about something else? How dare you? Like, this is my thing, you know? I was so mad. I was so mad, y'all. And so that's been the only time I've been scooped. And then I still had to, my story came out 2 weeks later. I had to get my computer, wait for my computer to be delivered. I had to do all this mess. And that video, like, it only has about 4,000 views right now, and like their video has like 300,000 views. I was like, man, I could have ridden that wave, but you can't win them all. But yeah, so that is the one time that I got scooped since Memorial Day. Not so bad, but I had to. It sucked. Oh, when I tell you, I wanted to cry. I think I did literally cry. I'm pretty sure I did.
I can understand it though. I ain't even mad at you, to be honest.
I was disgusted. These times. Okay, y'all. With that, I'm done. Now y'all been YouTube therapy. I just need to vent and get that out. But and they'll never scoop me again. Yeah. So now I literally, like, the Sundays that y'all get. No, I guess.
Hey, that's India, right?
Yeah, that's Indy. Hey, is it time?
She always show her face. I ain't seen the other one yet, but that one, she show her face all the time.
Rocco used to sit up here. Is it time for you to eat dinner? I mean, headphones are kind of weird. It's time for you to eat dinner, huh? That's her way of telling
all right. You've been chilling long enough.
I know. Say hi. Look at those people. Is there food on your finger? Like, what are you doing? Good.
No response.
Hey, waiting to see you. Say, hey, y'all. Indy saying hi. She said, hi, Indy. I don't care. I want some food. Look what you got.
Wow. So gentle and delicate.
Right. My little Shih Tzus would have almost bit my finger off.
Okay. My men pants would have been jumping this high off the ground to get it.
Exactly.
No, she knows better. They both know better. We have ways we got to do things. When we have pit bulls, we can't be like the little dogs. Can't get away with everything. All right, y'all. I'm out. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening to me vent about the time I got scooped on a Milli Vanilli story. You have more of that to look forward to. No, I'm never getting scooped again. I'm telling y'all, these Sundays, these last 3 Sundays for sure, I have stayed up the whole weekend through to get those videos out. The editing process is a BI, you know what. And so I just stay awake to get those out. I'm never getting scooped again, ever. Okay. No. I will see y'all though. Any other parting words? Anyone?
Oh, that's it. I'll just be waiting for the notifications. Ding.
All right. If I can come on tomorrow, I will. Do y'all want to talk about this whole mess that's going on in DC? Like,
they back in there. They back in the Capitol right now.
Oh Lord, I need to get caught up because I didn't even know that it was happening until like late, like 4 o'clock my time. So like I gotta verse myself on it. This is craziness. Y'all stay safe. Shower the people you love with love, and just stay safe wherever you are. Okay, This is craziness. I love y'all. I will see y'all. We're going to get the music, and then we're going to go to bed. All right.
Mary, play us out.
Yes. Yeah, Larry. No, don't get me shut down.